Morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's day number 4 out here in Arizona. It's nice and early. We got out here before dark. We have a game plan today and we have a commitment today to split up and sit 2 different water holes. So I'm sitting here where Ben sat last night, and Rob and Ben Sandal are headed to another area where they're gonna go check out and sit a water hole down there. So I'm gonna sit this water hole. They're miles and miles and miles away sitting in a different water hole. So this video, depending on the action, on what comes in, may or may not be super good. We'll just have to wait and see. I'll tell you what, guys, the combination of weather out here with the water sources and everything is just the perfect combination to sit water this time of year. The deer have to water. It's super hot in the day. They're active, they're rutting, and this time of the year usually has a lot of rain or even snow out here, and there's just nothing. That's why I'm gonna sit there, and I think Ben proved it yesterday how effective it could be. He saw a lot of deer and he shot a great buck. So anyways, good morning. Welcome to day 4. Let's go get down there and I'll meet you guys at the water hole. I just got to the blind. Looks good. Gonna get settled down in here, guys, and we will wait for first light. But this is that water hole. Let's see if we can get 2 bucks in 2 days right here. So I'm gonna try to self-film this hunt. Just set up my GoPro on my bow. I'm not sure how this is gonna work. I've never tried it, but check that out. I just got one of those attachments clamped on my stabilizer. You guys can get the point of view of my arrow, basically. I'm gonna just have this vlog for vlogging and getting any other clips. Alright guys, normally don't do commentary, but I wanted to put some commentary in this video because a lot of these clips while I was sitting in the water hole is just either filmed with this vlog camera or on the front of my GoPro. It was just really hard to move as slowly and as little as possible while these deer would come in. So even though a lot of these deer are coming in and they're just does and fawns, I didn't want to make a lot of ruckus and spook anything out and just kind of like put the whole canyon into high alert. So the first deer that came in was this doe and fawn, mule deer doe and fawn. They came in, got a drink of water. They didn't seem to be too nervous or anything, and they kind of slowly worked their way off. And then another group of deer that came in had about 9 does and fawns, all mule deer. I sat and watched them for a while. It took them quite a while to work their way to the water because just to my right there was also 4 coos deer, 2 does and 2 fawns that were at the water. And the coos deer were looking at the mule deer were looking at the coos deer, just trying to figure out if everything was okay and everything was safe. So once the mule deer cooled down, they all stomped right in, right to get a drink of water. There's about 5 or 6 of them lined up right there. And that one that just keeps walking closer and closer and closer. She was nervous. And finally, something happened where they all spooked. The whitetail went to the right and the mule deer all went up to the left. And it took them a while to cool down. And eventually 3 or 4 of those mule deer, does and fawns, they came back in and got some water. So you can tell they're thirsty. And again, you know, that's what's so cool about sitting these water holes is these deer come in and they're within 40 yards before you know it. So you really got to be alert. You got to have your bow in your hand. And I'm just sitting there literally as still as possible with my bow in my hands and an arrow nock, just waiting for a buck to come in. And that's exactly what happened. I was sitting there filming some of these mule deer, and the mule deer kind of got nervous, and I panned over. And sure enough, there was a coos deer buck, just a small one. So I've never shot a coos deer. So even though this was just a small coos deer buck, I was pretty excited. That deer was fast. That coos deer buck, this was just a spike. He came into 35 yards, put it right on him, felt so confident, and he jumped my string and it went just over him. I mean, just over his back. But man, what an awesome morning. I've seen a ton of deer. Not much for buck, but a lot of deer. So you'd think this time of the year there's definitely got to be some bucks in here still. But that's pretty cool. I've seen about 13 mule deer, 5 coos deer, and I can see my arrow just went right over his back and into the dirt, so I might go out there and snag that after I let things cool down for just a second. But man, we were close, guys. I've been telling the guys how much I want a coos deer. so bad. That thing only had antlers about this long, but I'd have been really stoked to get him. The goose deer, man, they're so small. So pretty, and they are flighty. I'll know now to aim a little lower this time. Well, after missing that coos deer buck, like you saw in the video, I went out and I retrieved my arrow. Clean miss. You know, that coos deer buck, I can't believe it. These things are flighty, and that coos deer buck jumped my string, and I shot just over the top of him. So there was a few more deer that came in throughout the afternoon, a lot of does and fawns. I can hear some javelinas down in the canyon as well. So I just posted up and just sat there as still as I could for as long as I could, eventually falling asleep. I just shot that buck. I'm not kidding, guys. I was dead asleep. Dead asleep. Woke up. Saw that buck on the water hole. I'm trying to get up here to see if I can watch him. I can't believe that happened. Man, I've got the shakes. I got the chills. I woke up, first thing I see, 3-point buck. I didn't have much time to look at him. I mean, I saw it was a 3-point. I drew back. He walked, turned broadside, 40 yards. Hit him hard. The arrow just didn't penetrate that much. But I just saw him. He's going down into this draw right here. That was bizarre, guys. Oh man, isn't that crazy, guys? I can't believe I fell asleep like that. I got pretty comfortable, I guess. So when I woke up, I could see that buck through the sticks. And I just hit record on the GoPro. I got the app on the GoPro. I'm gonna see if I can learn anything about where I hit him. It's hard because when I shot this, I'm sure it rattles a ton. But guys, that's wild. I'm gonna give him some time and then maybe go try to recover him, but at least give him an hour or so. There he is. Man, that happened fast. Well, since that deer went straight to the thickest draw, I decided to come up here on the cliff side and glass over there. That buck is just right in that draw. And he was walking slow, like he's hurting bad. Oh man. I hope he tips over quick because there's not much daylight left and there's rain in the forecast tonight. It's supposed to rain, so I've got to try to recover this deer before dark. Here we go. Guys, I can't get past this spot right here. I can't find any blood after that. I've looked right, left. That's just not right. I mean, I need to take a break and get things together. It's just about dark and I'm heading out of here. Not feeling very good about myself right now. Super bummed on how that played out. Super bummed. What do you do? What the heck? The more and more I hunt, I've just decided that all you can do is your best with shot placement and everything. But once you let that release go completely out of your hands,
whether the animal ducks, moves, he hit bone, ricochets off a rib. I mean, it's just completely out of your hands at that point. So as low as I am right now, just trying to remember, I did my best. But at the same time, I'm always trying to learn, and I definitely learned a lot. Anyways, I'm walking out of here and try to get a hold of those guys, see how they did. It sounded like they missed a good coos buck, so I hope those guys were able to connect. But man, we'll see what happens next. Well, I guess all I can do now is just pray that it doesn't rain and try to get back here in the morning. I just basically ran out of light. Couldn't find the blood, but it was getting low light, and it was even hard to see in the flashlight. So I'll meet up with those guys, regroup, eat something, and just get back out here tomorrow. Well, we made it back to the hotel, and you know what that means? It's time to cut another video. You tired of it?
Am I tired? Dude, I'm like 700 videos deep. I can never get tired of this. I'm really good at shooting deer though.
And you're really fast at editing. We sit here and edit together, and it's I'm done. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I'm still cutting mine. Tomorrow we got a game plan. Ben's gonna come help me try to track that buck. Please, please, please let me find that deer. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, me, Casey, and Brian, we always try to be transparent on this channel. I know hunting is full of its ups and downs, and I feel like if all we showed was the positive stuff, it just, you know, we wouldn't be true to what we're doing and hunting in general. So thanks for you guys who are by our side and support us, whether we shoot a deer, wound a deer, or not find one. I mean, that's just the way it is, and we show it like it is. Would you show it?
Yeah, I would show it, definitely.
Yeah, go check out Rob's video, subscribe to his channel, subscribe to this, and we'll see you guys in the morning.